Smith in 5th place. 6th for Marcus Hildesheim from Connor Heath. We go to Connor Hart, Ashton White in there. Cole Davies, of course, at 10, 66 points, all of which he accumulated from his 3 seconds at Balcluta. No points, of course, while overseas at Rotorua, and looking to smash it out the park with a great result here today. So we'll look for that one. Will Yeoman, local cross-country enduro star here, and good to see him doing some moto experience. Man, he's been on this 125. He's been doing the New Zealand Sprint Series, and what an exceptional rider he's been. He's been winning his class by a massive margin. In fact, the second 125 is something like 20 or 30 places overall behind him on the earnings and stakes. So it's just sensational to see what he's been able to come up with there. So well done to Will. As we look to the rest in our field, the likes of Sam Bowers and Sean McEwen, Ben Valdwar and Luke Maisie to rock a top 15. Here we are, ready. Take it away, Brad.
It is Gage Roth run away, looking good as we roll into turn number 1. Looks like a bit of carnage there. There's a few down, got a handful of them, so everyone back up on their feet. There's some bikes tangled up, but some of the drama already unfolding. One corner into round 3 of the Nationals, and at least 5 riders all caught up in that front group. So a little bit of drama, trying to catch an update of just who our riders are. Looks to be Cole Davies is one of them. So Cole Davies, one of those caught up in that first corner carnage, and he's well back. So not only last in the race, but a good half a lap down on everyone else as we go flying down around the Taupo Smash Piers step up here for the first time. Absolutely brilliant to see 125s. It looks like a great start. Cody Griffiths, he's up there with Hamish Harwood and a bunch of our other top competitors. So some of our good guys get a good start, and others like Cole Davies, a bit of work to do, bit of drama already.
Right, talk about upsets going on there. He did not need that, After being the top qualifier, really did want to take an opportunity and step it out in style. And he's going to have to get a move on in the early stages of this moto. Wow, he should be able to peel off quite a few places, but trying to crack into that top 10, that will be super hard to do. And that's given a real buffer for the others. Do they realise that it's Cole that's down as they take on Yamalud centre point for another sensational run? And the front runners, and look at that, already heading out wide for Hamish. But I tell you what, the shallow line on the inside, love that dual line corner, always a favourite. And man, some of those riders bashing that berm on the outside, that is spectacular to watch. Go in there hard after you've just done energy centre point, you land halfway down it and you're still on the gas to keep the momentum going, and then you can pick the pendulum to that corner and get around it and get away. But certainly looking a hot act. And Brad, here we are heading for the sawdust for the first time.
Yeah, Marcus Hildesheim on the Hustle Surf and Moto machine. He's your race leader on that gas. So go him. We've got Cody Griffiths there in 2nd place. Looks like a good start from Ollie Corbin as well. Go Ollie, he's there. But Hamish Harwood, our points leader, handy to the pace as well. Well inside that top 5 as it all starts to look really good. But look at this one, the number 21. What a whole shot. He is out flying on that number 21 machine. Cody, he is the one 32 points down in the championship. He's got to start winning races if he wants to make this one go into the final races of tomorrow. So he's in 2nd place, the local man on the Craig Stevens Yamaha. He's going for it. There's Ollie Corbin. Hamish Harwood in 4th place. We've got Reuben Smith on the CML KTM. He's handy there in a good top 5 as we see them flying over the Townley Builders finish line and ticking off lap number 1. A massive 18 minutes to go and 22 entries in all out there. Let's see if we can catch an update. It is Connor Heafy in 6th place. Will Yeoman's there in 7th. It's Ashton White into 8th place. And then look to Sam Bowers in 9th. We've got 10th for Charlie Shaw. As that's looking all action-packed as we try to catch an update of where it all falls for Cole Davies. He has a mountain of work to do, and still not inside the top 15 after that first lap. So definitely a lot of work to do for the young man on the L10 Window Systems JCA Yamaha, and the update for him there well outside the top 15 at the moment.
Wow, but I tell you what, not the most perfect start for Hamish either, so it's not as if with one's down, the other one's capitalised the max. How good's that for a positive run from those young boys? Marcus, well done to that young man. He's only been in the sport for a short time when you compare him. In fact, even Cody Griffiths has been racing in junior motocross for longer than Marcus has. Late joiner our sport, showed a lot of class earlier on in his racing, and great to see him coming to fruition like this. So the Hustle Surf and Moto man getting it moving right along here at the moment. So that's fabbo to see. I've seen the underdog stories come in, but here we are getting some massive air. Oh, look at the height from the 125 as we take on Yamalud. How good is that from these young guns? So Brad, there's no two ways about it. A 125 can still fly, and we've got some good guys, and they're really possessed here at the moment. Of course, we come to Taupo, everybody's favourite track, so everybody's got to be in for a great chance here and loving every bit of it today.
Oh, I've noticed the jump faces too. They look absolutely action-packed, so we're going to see some really high-flying action throughout the whole weekend. So let's go. Cody Griffiths in charge of this one here. He's already got 20 bike lengths as he goes into the Fox Sawdust section. That is the CML KTM of Hamish Harwood right there in second place. Marcus now back into third. We've got Ollie in fourth, and there's Ruben Smith on the charge as well. So Ruben Smith, he's had a pretty good campaign so far, but he'd love to get himself on the podium for the first time. So look out for this one to unfold. As then we've got Connor Heafy. Great job from Connor. He's up there. Will Yeoman on his local hometown patch. He'll be looking to turn heads on the moto scene and absolutely loving his motocross at the moment. So look out for some of the cool stories. We've got Ashton White up in the top 8 with Sam Bowes, Charlie Shaw, and now we've got the update with Cole Davies up inside the top 15 now for the first time. So still a massive 13 minutes to go in this one. And everything's starting to shape up nicely for Cody Griffiths. Can he be caught? It's going to be a pretty exciting 13 minutes to see if we can hang on to this one here. He was the fastest on track at a 2:22, so he's flying and 3.5 seconds the gap. So he's got a 3.5 second lead over Hamish Harwood, who's now giving chase, and that'll be pretty special for the championship if Cody Griffiths can start beating Hamish Harwood to take this fight well into the remaining 5 rounds. In this championship, so that's pretty cool. And then you go Cole Davies now inside the top 10 with the fastest lap as well, so 2:22.2. He's the man on a mission. Can he charge up and look at podium contention? He's still got a massive 12.5 minutes to get himself involved.
All right, so when we take our points overall, of course, Hamish in that 32-point buffer over Cody Griffiths. So all you're going to do is, if the race was to finish now, you'd actually see 3 of those points lost. That's all it will be. So here we are thinking that, is there an opportunity for Cody to really push the advantage today because he's on his home track? Is it an opportunity, of course, for Cole Davies to come along and steal the limelight off the two of them? And that will be a massive assist actually to Hamish, because instead of the points coming from somebody who's either second or third or fourth in the championship, it's coming from somebody who's back in 10th, not a major threat to the series when you've dropped an entire round. So but there's a chance that Hamish, in fact, could even be winning the title today if Cole could put it in, but not the sort of start that Cole had wanted or needed for some of the field as well. And that means that that's just the breather, and I'm interested to see what Hamish does here. Like, will a victory mean everything to him? Is he got to go for all of them? He's done it in every other race. And how much will it mean in this one? If he even sits back there in second place and only losing 3 points, he'll conserve the energy and he'll conserve it for a pace, and maybe in a race that Cole's putting on pressure, for example, when he'll still want to maintain those points out in front. So there you go. There's a few questions to be asked in this one yet, but it's a local man. It's Cody Griffiths putting it all on here at the moment. What an incredible run for the Craig Stevens Motorcycles 125 pilot. The man who was born on a bike here at Digger McEwen Motocross Park, spent many hours here, whether it be an opportunity to ride or race or work for the club. This guy has done working bee after working bee, all-round cool kid, and loving it here on Digger McEwen today. And he's putting the double header all together at the moment as we head through. So Cody Griffiths got it under control at the moment, Brad.
Yeah, let's have a look at the split times here as it's 10.5 minutes remaining in this first 125 race of the day. Cody Griffiths leads by 5 seconds, so he's stretched it out. He was a couple of seconds quicker than Hamish on that lap around, so catch me if you can. Cody Griffiths on the Craig Stevens Motorcycles Yamaha Blue Crew Racing. This is going to be fabulous if he can hang on. He's certainly got the pace at the moment. Can he carry on? There'll be a lot going on. It's a hectic lap around the Digger McEwen Motocross Park, and look at Marcus Hildesheim under pressure now. Ruben Smith's up in the 4th place and piling it on, so there's less than half a second between 3rd and 4th. We've got Ollie Corbin still there in his awesome top 5. It's just unfolding quite nicely. We're going to shout out to guys like Luke Maisie and Troy Bullock. They were in 16th and 17th, but our top 6 with Will Yeoman in 6th. Cole Davies up into 7th, and he was quick that time around as well. Connor Heafy's up in the 8th place with Logan Denise now charging. He was one of those ones caught up in the first corner. Escapade, he's now broken into the top 10. He's in 9th place. And then it's Ashton White, who's in quality 10, Sam Bowes and Charlie Shaw round out our top 12 with Cole Patterson, Ben Malloy, and Connor Hart. It's all the way down to 15th place. So, man, 125, the talent in this field is exceptional. And a massive 5-second lead. Cody Griffiths, can he hang on? We're going to find out in about 9.5 minutes' time.
speaking about smashing out of the park there, what a ride from some of our young guns, and a shout out there to Ollie Corbin picking it up along with Will Yeoman, Cole up into 7, then go back to Connor Heafy, Logan Denise, Ashton White. Man, there's some kids making it happen there at this stage, but I tell you what, not a good run from Wolves Harvey, another one of those that was caught in the carnage. He's only got himself up into 18th place, so here he is with a serious threat to make our podium for the championship. He was 11 points behind Logan Denise going into this championship. He did not need that, Brad, because he all of a sudden finds himself on the back foot. And Ruben Smith, who had some absolute shockers, including a DNF in moto number 1 with an engine hiccup back at Rotorua, and here he is trying to make up some time as well. So go Ruben, and shout out to Mum, happy birthday today, Renee. Lovely to share a motocross birthday with you, and wish you all the very best out there. So go Ruben for your mother today, if nobody else. And a shout out for Super Grand and Trish as well. Lovely to catch up today. Loving it all with the Smith family in action. But there it is, Marcus Hildesheim looking good for the points as well, because he's only 3 behind Ruben in the overall tally. So there you've got 4 riders, Brad, the 3, 4, 5 and 6 overall, and they've all been tipped upside down by this racing going along. So and then with Cole coming along into the picture today, you've got nothing's a foregone conclusion anymore in racing, as it has been proved.
Yeah, it's unreal. This is going to be good. So we're over halfway through it now. We've only got 8 minutes remaining, and Hamish Howard just responded. He's just gone the quickest lap of the race so far and got that down to just over 4 seconds, so almost a second quicker than Cody on that last lap around. They've both got clear track ahead of them, so this is a good old showdown. 7.5 minutes remaining. And Cody Griffiths, Hamish Howard, we've got the shootout on the cards. Ruben Smith's got himself up to 3rd place now, and that's in line for potentially his first podium of the campaign. We've got Mark Silvershine, Ollie Corbin still there in 4th and 5th, but Cole Davies has got himself into 6th place on the Alpine Window Systems JCR Yamaha, and he is absolutely flying. But Will Yeoman's still in there on his Blue Crew Yamaha as well, and then Logan Denise up at 8, Connor Hart to Ashton White down into 10th place. Sam Bowes, Charlie Shaw still unchanged in 11th and 12th with Cal Patterson, Ben Valoy, Connor Hart. Then go down to Luke Maisie, Troy Bullock, Wilkes Harvey, Sean McEwen and George Campbell. Rounding out the final championship point up for grabs. Unfortunate for Bernard Luxembourg. Not on the points, and Seth Morrow caught up in that first lap count. He is not circulating any longer, so hopefully everything okay for the Michael Man on the LMC Husqvarna.
Oh wow, certainly a few upsets there, that's for sure, and they all came with a carnage on the corner for the whole shot, causing the grief down there. As much as it's a hairpin corner, you've actually get away with very, very few problems here at Taupo, but certainly in this moto it caused some, including taking the best of them down at this stage. But of course we're going back to our front, and look at this at the moment, the Cody Griffith Show. Come on Taupo supporters, are you supporting your local? How incredible is this? And he's still staying in front of Hamish. Not quite sure as to whether Hamish wants to put that much pressure. Yeah, the cheers even coming at the finish line as he razorbacks his weight. Look at the guys, they got their back wheel hanging off the edge of the track as they got the A-on jump there, just of course at the front of the Townley Builders feature finish line here at the beautiful Digger McEwen Park. So we are on at the moment. That gives you an idea how much we're on to it. And by the way, new fastest lap back in the hands of Hamish Harwood, having stolen that fastest lap from Cole, who was on the big move and prove at this stage. So just to look out for it at the moment. So there you go. He is on the move, Brad. There's no two ways about it. For all of what Cole had to do, you'd expect him to get the fastest lap. A, he'd qualified faster, and B, he had some ground to make up during the moto to get to where he wants to be in the race. But at this stage, Hamish, he does not want to lose. He's won every other race. He wants to carry on doing that.
He's got a big streak on the line here, so he'll want to try and carry it on as he's nearly side by side with Cody up the rapids step down. Pulls up alongside Cody, takes the line away. It's going to be all on here. What a showdown we've got on the cards here. Hamish Howard, your series leader, goes up alongside Cody Griffiths. They're side by side as they head on the way to Yamalup centre point. It's still going to be with Cody just, but this is going to be a ding-dong battle here. They're going for it as the crowd's cheering up at Yamalup centre point. It's still Cody, but look at Hamish just sends it that little bit harder. He's going to go around the outside. Cody just goes up and there's a block pass there, takes the line away, gets caught up in the soft stuff, and it's going to be Hamish that's going to capitalise on that. So what a battle that had. Unbelievable racing, and unfortunately Cody just ran a little wide, got caught up in the soft stuff, and now it's Hamish who's taking control of that little battle there. What an unbelievable showdown.
That was cool. What you actually thought of coming over the corner, of course, the inside line, if you weren't going to take it. But he did the right thing. He realised that Cody would be committed to go to that outside line. Sorry, Hamish would be. So he decided to go with it as well. What a cool move, because he was already out there and going for it. I love that. That was intelligence. Mucked it up at the exit of it, unfortunately. He gave it away. But maturity of a young man in action, which is cool to see for the kid from Taupo as he puts it all together. But now the Hamish has moved in the front. Hopefully Cody doesn't lose sight of him. Might have had that little bit of a hiccup and just fallen back by a few bike lengths, but it's Hamish. He wants to keep that immaculate run going. 3 out of 3 for Balclutha, 3 out of 3 for Road to Vegas, and already leading the first one through here in Taupo today for our 125 class. And at this stage, a 3:54 to go on the clock before the white flag goes out at the moment. So this is our time plus the lap. And of course we've got to get that full completed lap as well, so we could easily be going for 3 laps. I'd suggest 2 more laps and then the white flag, so we've got a 3-lap race to run for that. And finally, having changed that pace, that's got to give a massive boost and a credit in the run though for Cody Griffiths, so great to see.
All right, here's a great little battle going on for the podium as well, with 3rd and 4th place side by side as they go over the Townley Builders finish line. So Cole Davies put on a bit of pressure for Ruben Smith. Can Ruben hang on to CMLKDN? He's yet to have a podium position finish in this campaign. He'd love to be on there, but Cole Davies piling on the pressure. How long will that withstand that? We've got Will Yeoman up into 5th place. Marcus Hildesheim's now down into 6th. And then we look out for Logan Denise. He's there, 8th place. Ollie Corbin, Connor Heavy, Ashton White. Then go to Sam Bowers and Charlie Shaw, still right the way down to our top 12. As now you can see Hamish Harwood, once he got in the lead of this one here, he's in full command. He's flying over centre point, and with still 2.5 odd minutes left on the clock, definitely get one more in for the white flag after this one. So that 2.5 laps remaining in our first Kia trailer supported MX125 race, round number 3. And we've got 3 races for all our championship classes tomorrow. We've got 2 championship races tomorrow, so awesome to see. And also another bit of excitement on the program with our YZ65 Cup joining us for tomorrow. So the future of tomorrow on display right here at our Fox Aon Pirelli New Zealand Motocross Championships. So the clock ticking down. Hamish Harwood, once he's got to the lead, he's got a decent buffer now. Cody, he'll be absolutely driving the pace here and on track to solidify his 2NZ accreditation here. He's 32 points down in the championship, but he's fighting to lock away 2NZ. It's all on here, Nick McEwen, and beautiful sun shining, and a decent crowd coming in as well, Neil.
Oh, this is absolutely beautiful today. We've got a great track, of course. What else do you expect when you come here to Taupo? Of course, a reflection of this, of course, we'll do a bit of a change tomorrow and tweak it up again for as if it was another round. And that's exactly what it is. Today is one round, tomorrow is another round. This is not the same event. These are effectively 2 rounds, of course. This is what we should have had last Sunday at Hawke's Bay, and unfortunately Cyclone Gabrielle come along and stole that for the club, as they did their heart and their morale and their huge effort that they've put in there, tens of thousands of dollars as well. So absolutely devastated, and congratulations all those that have dug deep, to help the club financially, be more important, turning up to those working bees and getting that great Mary Road circuit back to its top standard that we know and respect so much. There we are, the 17 for mighty Cole Davies, and Cole going for it at the moment as he brings it around to the race line and looking just to see whether he's picked up on another place there. Still not the time. That's still with Hamish. He got that hot lap in earlier, but yes, he has. He's got it. So he's moved into 3rd place at the moment. The rears on that one will be significant. In fact, it's about 35 seconds behind the lead. And it's amazing to think that he's made up more places than anybody else in the moto, Brad. But yet he hasn't got the fastest time. He did have the fastest time for a while, but Hamish has been motivated to go back and take another victory to make it 7 in a row if he can carry on for that one. But the Cole Davies to get back to 3rd, that is wicked to see. Yes, he might have had a chance. I would have thought he might have needed every little bit of the track till every last lap, but to have done it with a couple to spare is pretty incredible for the young man. So as much as it is a backward step as far as the race is concerned, it's a positive step in his career. You've got to take those setbacks and know what to do, and he's made the most of the setback. As you rightly said, it wasn't just as if he was last, he was significant time-wise last away, so a serious setback, but making the most of it now. 3rd place is awesome.
Unbelievable. On the Alpine window systems, JCA Yamaha. It's going to be brilliant to see if he can get a better start, because you see Hamish, what a masterclass he's putting on there. Cody's got good pace as well. We get Cole running with them. We're going to have some great fireworks over the next handful of races. But Hamish Harwood, what a performance. He was up to about 5 and a bit seconds down at Cody in one stage of this race. Reeled him in, did the pass, and now just pulling away nicely. So that's why he's got that 32-point lead in the championship here. The white flag's ready and waiting for him. He's a couple of corners away from grabbing that. And Hamish Harwood, the streak could be living on here as the 153. A former two-time MX125 champion in the past. He would love to do that as well. So one lap to go with the white flag out, and Hamish Harwood now has a decent 4.5 second advantage over Cody Griffiths. They've got a decent bit of daylight between them and Cole Davies, so you'd think at 1 and 2, unless a disaster would happen, that's going to be how that finishes here. But Cole Davies, you can see him, he's coming over the dam jump now, so a decent gap between second and the rest. But I'll tell you what, that's a hell of a performance from Cole Davies. He was way back. He was half a lap down when they took off from this race. So car through the entire pack. And now he's got his Alpine window system, JCA Yamaha right in podium contention there.
And I don't quite know whether there's been any effect of the sun or anything like that, Brad, because without a peak on his helmet as well, so he lost that back in the crash as well. You know, it must have affected him both physically and psychologically, from the point of view of going down hard like that on that whole shot corner, and to have come back in the way that he has is incredible to have got a third place. And hopefully he can put in just this final lap and keep his composure and keep that third place, because he is obviously, to get to that point, he is overtaken over 20 riders, to get to number 3. And you could argue to say, even if it was a perfect race, could he have been a number 3? He proved to be number 2 from round number 1 at Valcluta, but even that third place would only be potentially on paper, one worse than he may have ended otherwise. But we're about to find out, as we'll take our 125s later on. Part of our Aon Insurance Fox Pirelli Super Program, and what an impressive podium we will get, and we'll look forward to him. In fact, hopefully we'll be the first one we interview as well, Brad, so we might get an idea of just what feeling, what pain, any suffering that he was doing during the race, let alone the fact that he's only in third place. Wasn't a setback for him physically and mentally.
Absolutely, this is going to be good. So we're on the last lap now. We've only got 1 to go. Hamish Harwood well in command, 4.5 seconds ahead of Cody Griffiths, who's got a decent buffer back to Cole Davies. He's there in third place. And he's absolutely flying. So can't wait to see these guys all get good starts and go racing with each other. That'll be fantastic to see. But you can take nothing away from the 153. What a show he's put on here. He was well back in second place midway through this race. And he's done the hard work. He's got a couple of corners now remaining. He's around the back of the track, over the Max's tyres table, and hands together for this man here. What a show from the 153. Hamish Harwood will take the checkered flag. That'll be the first blood for him, and extends that streak to 7 races in this championship. But he's got Cody Griffiths there coming through in second place. So awesome performance from Cody on his Craig Stevens Motorcycles Yamaha. That's second for him, locked away, as then we look out for Cole Davies. He's coming over Dan now at the moment, and he's a couple of corners away from rounding out that podium. And what a performance that was from him, because he was half a lap down on their entire field when they went around the whole shot corner. The peak missing off the helmet, but that hasn't stopped him. He'll come through now and grab the checkered flag. So that'll be your podium locked away. Well done to Cole Davies. He'll get third place there. Here comes the number 20 of Logan Denise. He'll come through on the CML Gas and get a 4th placing there. And with that, that is an important move for him in the championship. Sitting 3 NZ at the moment. Can he hang on to that? That 4th place there, after being buried outside the top 10, is a good performance from Logan. And look out for Ruben Smith's going to round out 5th place with Will Yeoman in 6th. Ollie Corbin is there for 7th place. Marcus Hildesheim comes through on the Hustle Surf and Moto machine in 8th. What a start from him. And then look out, we've got Ashton White's actually up into 9th place. Connor Heapy there in 10th. We've got Sam Bowles and Charlie Shaw. That is all the way down to 12th place, with Connor Hart, Ben Valoy and Luke Maisie, your top 15. So that's the update we can give you there. We're going to cross down to Neil, who's got our all-important first podium presentation of the day. And our podium for our first MX125 race, brought to us by Kia Trailers. We've got Hamish Harwood gets the win, Cody Griffiths in 2nd place, and rounding out the podium, a super hard charging ride from the legendary Cole Davies. So let's cross down to Neil, who will have our first podium wrap.
opportunity to take him on, and let's get him up here. Third place, Cole Davies. Well, Cole, a whole fistful of drama all started to unfold for you right from the start of the moto, mate. We could see the peak of the helmet was gone, and when you come in, there was no brakes. What a moto to put in.
Yeah, not bad to get back from no back brake, so pretty good.
Right, how's tempo this morning?
It's pretty good. Track's pretty moist. Got a lot of ruts and stuff.
Looking good, eh? How's your fitness? How's the body?
Yeah, fitness is all good. Just need to get my brake back.
Need to get your brake back, all right. Hey, a minor setback. You feeling all right to continue racing today?
Yep, I'm feeling good to race. Hopefully give Hamish a run for his money in the next two.
Well done, well said. Here. All right, but what about this, folks? Second place. How good? Come on, Taupo, Matt Griffiths. So well done, Matt. You took an opportunity as well to get out there in the lead for a while, mate. How did that feel?
Oh, I felt awesome. Like, being out in front, getting out earlier was awesome, trying to get a gap on Hamish, but then unfortunately he caught back up to me and eventually got around me. But no, we had fun, yeah.
Right, how's Taupo this morning?
Oh, it's pretty sick. Track's pretty formed up pretty nice. The ruts and lines are forming up good. Should form up better as the day goes on.
Right, indeed. Preparation, track, fitness-wise, how's it all been going?
Oh, trying to get as much as possible with the farm. Busy on farm. You know, can't get to the gym as much as I can, but we do what we can. We make it possible.
Well done, great result. All right, but who was our number one again for the 7th time, ladies and gentlemen? Fox, hot shot, Mr. Hamish Harwood. Hamish, well done, matey, well done. You still wanted to win, didn't you? You didn't have to, but you still wanted to.
Yeah, for sure. It's always good to win, and I sort of want to build that points buffer up as much as I can to, you know, because we never know what can happen. But yeah, off to a terrible start, and then a bunch of guys went down and in the first turn, and I had to go through the bunting and got caught up, and then I was sort of just taking my time, just slowly picking them off, and then with the new KTM, it's got 2 different maps, and so I was playing around with them, you know, just to try and get the bike running as best as it could, and then we got it sorted, and then yeah, made a pass for the lead, and then sort of just trying to save energy, but also trying to give it a good nudge.
Right, hey, what inspires you to ride MX1 and MX125? Is the 125 still a fun bike to be on?
Oh, definitely. It's always fun to ride. Yeah, well, it come about just Carl, who runs the team, was just like, you'll be able to do 125s, eh? And I sort of shrugged my shoulders like, yeah, and that was that. So here we are, racing the 125.
Brilliant to see you. All right, there's your champion, folks. An exceptional run, Hamish Harwood, taking it away. So well done to our podium. Great to see 3 great riders as we just get the last riders in from the look lap of the next moto, ready to rock on this beautiful Taupo day today. How lucky with the weather. In fact, a better forecast today than it is for tomorrow. Chance of maybe a shower, just for everybody to update, of course, that this is now round number 3. Tomorrow's round number 4, so they're quite separate. Tomorrow we're joined by the YZ65 Cup, and we also have 1 race left, being the end of the series. For a number of reasons, gives us an odd number of races, which makes it easy to account for points, and you have less chances of points tie. Also, from the point of view of with a double header, there's a bit of rider fatigue with those 2 rounds. But the other one is, of course, a presentation tomorrow to crown our new Aon Pirelli Fox New Zealand Motocross Championship. So we'll be thoroughly looking forward to that. Bring it on. It's happening right here in Taupo in conjunction with Ctas, along with MXT, your quality timer. You'll see that in the results coming up on your Ctas live schedule. So look out for everything happening here. We're loving it with Fox today. Let's bring it on. More Moto coming next.